Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will be presenting our group assignment for subject business communication on how an organization communicate with the employee and the customers during COVID-19. Firstly, we will talk about what is business communication.
Business communication play the main role in an organization. Business communication is the process of exchanging the information within the colleagues in order to achieve their goals. However, during the COVID-19 pandemic, uh, it's forced the business communication to change their style that's suitable with the current situation, and also to make sure the organization can keep striving to achieve their goals. The World Health Organization also has implemented the new norm in order to cure the COVID-19 pandemic from spreading. Um, uh, the WHO also has suggested the lockdown to be implemented by all countries to avoid their citizens from infected by this kind of virus. And also the rules of 1 meter social distancing must be implemented by the all citizens to make sure that this pandemic virus are not spreading. Thus, this situation forced the business communication to be changed with the current situation, because many colleagues have to work from their home. In brief, in this assignment, we will explain about the current situation of business communication during this pandemic outbreak, the problem that many organizations face during using this new business communication style, and the way to solve this kind of problem.
Okay, now let's see what kind of communication problem between organization to employee and customer that company face during COVID-19 outbreak. Basically, they have three main problems, which are technology, company culture, and employees. The pandemic coronavirus has created barriers in the communication between employees in the organization. Okay, let's look at the first problem, which is technology. Technology is the biggest problem in the pre-pandemic. Many employee dissatisfaction with the technology available to them. They really feel hard to do work from home. As an example, they have a laptop that cannot support for virtual activity. They also experience a bad Wi-Fi connection during work at home, and the software also did not support their work. So I think this problem should be solved by management, so the employees could do a great job when they have a good technology. Okay, next the problem is company culture. Company culture during COVID and before COVID is totally different. Many things they cannot do during the COVID-19. The new norm is hard to adapt as the employee is comfortable with the company culture. When it comes to virtual team, they feel they left out. For an example, when conflicts arise during a virtual team, they have a harder time resolving them. They can make the employees work with stress and not enjoy. They also experience lack of productivity because of they did not focus 100% on their work. This show new company culture give a problem to the employees. Okay, last but not least is the employees themselves. Some employees do not have the skills they need to work remotely. They do not feel empowered to do their job in the way that will prefer or feel distant from the company as a whole. Remote workers experience barriers to productivity, including problems with communication and team coordination. As an example, they feel loneliness when do a job at home. They also experience distraction at home, and the employees also feel hard to stay motivated all the time. Sometimes they want to give up. So, business leader must always look up at the employees to keep the employees motivated and make the employees feel enjoy their job.
Okay, next we will move on to the solving problem between the employers and the employees on how they can communicate effectively during the pandemic COVID-19 when they had to work separately from home. First of all, the employer should use an online conference app that's available nowadays, such as Zoom, Webex, Microsoft Teams, and so on, to help a virtual meeting with their employees. By taking advantage from this online conference app, the employees can deliver a work or maybe a command to their workers easily that need a deep explanation by the employers, or else their workers will not fully understand the task given. Other than that, the employer also benefit from this online conference app, that the fact that they can easily identify which one of their workers that fully understand about the task given and which one of them are quite blur about the task when they have a virtual meeting and all of their workers open their cameras. And for the employees, they also benefit from this online conference app when they have a certain question about the task given, so they can ask directly to their workers, and indirectly it have saved their time. One, the employers and the employees can use a business chat apps for them to communicate daily and effectively. This method will completely cover the major flaw that exists in the virtual meeting approach, which is it is consume a lot of internet usage. Sometimes it is consuming a lot of time, and it also difficult for the employers and the employees to master the feature of the apps. So the workers should take note about it and try not to burden their workers during this pandemic. And for addition, there are two types of business chat apps. First one are for the personal messaging. The employers can use an app such as WhatsApp and Telegram to deliver a simple command or task to an individual person, or maybe to a related person from their workers. The second one are for the workplace usage, which the employer can use an app such as ProofHub, Darwis, and so on to deliver a task to their workers that in general.
Next is virtual teams. According to Jason Mario, virtual teams refer to a group of members that have been brought to work on specific tasks, and they come from various organizations with various experiences and specialties. Virtual communication is absolutely important to be implemented during this COVID-19 pandemic, because of many colleagues from various organizations with various specialties, they have to work from their home. So this situation forced them to use virtual communication, because of they can communicate by face to face. With these tools, they can discuss about the important things of their company situation with their employees or external audience such as investors, media, and local governments. Besides that, these tools also provide vital things such as it can prevent from misunderstanding about the work quality, deadlines, and meeting times. It also provide effective workflow and provide more collaboration and team building opportunities. To make the virtual communication become more efficient, a company have to utilize different strategies to improve their communication. Firstly, they need to improve and implement a good workflow system. The team needs to agree with the changes internally about what will be communicated before any announcement made, to make sure that the message that they want to the message that they want to deliver will be consistent across to different audience. Other than that, they have to provide adequate feedback. They must be prepared a timely updates as necessary and inform their workers where they can go for additional or question. So this team could help to answer all these kind of question. We cannot use the message because of system because of many workers could misreading about the message and become defensive. Thus, it is important to have a real-time conversation to make sure that all workers could not misreading about the message. So we have to use the virtual team communication. In brief, good virtual team communication is essential if you want your business to be grow, to be succeed in the long term period. If you not satisfied with your communication way, just think on your mind. There is some space for you to do the improvement. You have to change your communication way by today to make sure that your company can grow in the future and become the sustainable company in the long term period.
I will continue on how organization communicate with customer. Okay, firstly, even though this situation, pandemic coronavirus, has created barriers in communication and operation, marketing process like visual media, social media, and digital media is still a relevant approach on how organization communicate and stay connected with their customer. Okay, firstly on digital media, I want to focus on website, as website have template and various type of visual, voice, and verbal content to connect it with their customer. In website also, they can display material and content like blog posts, reviews, product information, infographic, images, video, and more. And we can also ask question when they are frequently asked question section. And most organization use website to make their public update to their customer on their current situation. And most likely of the customer will subscribe their website to get the information update for daily, monthly, and even yearly with their email. And these two things, website and email, is how company use on digital media to stay in contact with their customer. The second approach is by using social media. Organization use social media because this platform is good as they encourage organization to develop and engage content to their target audience. Social media also can be used to build authority and trust among the stakeholders or the customer on how the organization cope with the current situation. Other than that, this is because most people use social media daily because social media contain the most up-to-date and current issues. So due to this, organization can use hashtag to increase their visibility when they are sharing content. Okay, other than that, organization use social media as social media offers tools like automation. When automation can instantly send messages or send response to the people or customer, whoever send the message to the business or to a product. Social media also provide businesses or people an environment of free marketing, such as Facebook. They have marketplace, and Instagram also provide small businesses sticker. At least social media also offers organization and information insight, where they can see their customer pattern of buying and the content that they like. And this is all how businesses engage with their customer using social media. Approach is by using visual media. As we all know, organization use visual media to promote their product or to promote their businesses or to launch their new product by business video or product launching event. Okay, before this, business will use person in person to promote their product, or they will set an event to launch their new product. But due to this pandemic coronavirus, they will not use that approach again, because we want to prevent from the spreading of coronavirus. So for instance, Apple company, they launched their new iPhone 12 by their Apple TV, by their channel, by their YouTube channel. And this iPhone 12 has boomed all around the world, even though they are just virtual launch. And other than that, in Malaysia also we have NSIC. They also launch their product virtually by using Facebook Live to promote their product. Okay, that's all.
Okay, in conclusion, during this COVID-19 pandemic, business communication has changed its way from the normal communication style to the technology communication style. This may help to avoid this coronavirus become worse. The organization also can get a new experience in using technology in communication, and this also give a new knowledge to an organization members to manage the technology in communication to create a good communication way in a long distant place. In addition, business communication also have barriers to create a good communication among the organization member. However, the guidelines set up by organization could help to counter the barriers. I hope in future we can live like normal and we can use normal communication style, and this coronavirus disappear from this world. Okay, thank you for listening. That's all from us.